Welcome back, Kingston, to another NTW3 video. Today we have a 4v4, this one on France 2A. So we are following the coalition, of course, today. So we will see, do the coalition win or do they lose? Now this is from the coalition perspective, from actually the Austria, Italy. So basically like a Suvorov. He said it in, he was actually playing against his clan. So he's playing with some other players against his clan, and he thought it was such a good battle. He wanted to share it, and look at the kills, guys. Oh dang, was it looking close? So buckle up, guys. We will see, will the French win or will the coalition win? You never know. Now it's like the French are already pushing pretty aggressively on this point with a huge net of skirmishers. This looks like France Rhine can bring so many skirms. And they're shifting over to left to go to this LOC, as well as Suvorov going for the LOC. Now let's discuss the points here. So on the coalition side, try not to miss anything here. Coalition side, you have a 9-point Austria, Italy, a 9-point Ottoman, a 9-point UK, and an 8-point UK. Going up against them are going to be a 9-point France Rhine, a 8-point Russia, a 7-point US, and a 11-point France Allemagne. So some big, heavy pointers on both sides here. The Ottomans had some guerrillas they deployed right here because the deployment zone, France starts right here and the Austria starts right here. So these LOCs definitely, you know, vying for the LOCs almost immediately, while the rest of the reinforcements are taking a while to get up here. And you can see they're going to take some time. So this Austria is going to have to buckle down the hatches for a little while by themselves. And like I said, this Rhine, which pretty sure this is Rhine, huge mass of skirms. Huge mass of skirms. You do have some cavalry as well clashing here already. Some light dragoons charging it against some chasseurs cheval. Or no, these are hussars. I think maybe chasseurs cheval. I don't know. Skirmishers shooting at that cab. They're going to try to get themselves out of there. Both sides trying to get to this other LOC first. So Austria is going to be strung out between both. He has artillery even set up. Beautiful position with the 3-pounders. Yeah, pouring in some fire, trying to force back maybe some of the enemy cavalry as it's going to threaten. Now he did bring a lot of grenadiers for an Austrian grenadiers and some Suvorov Grens. Oh man, these guys fast G5s, fast, really nice units. Also looks like he has some skirmishers and more squares. So he brought small elite build to defend against infantry and skirmishers and enemy cab. Now you can see the majority of his line that does not have squares is over here. So he's obviously sent some elite contingents of forces to kind of pull both LOCs, guys. All he has to do is hold out till his allies get there. He also brought some very good cavalry, and you can see he's being very defensive with it. Some Kazakis even, just for that shock resist, a nice flanking C9 to run if there's a cav engagement. And then he has dragoons, obviously, and well, a 3-pounder looking to be setting up more infantry, maybe pushing up. And I'm sorry, guys, my voice starts getting gravelly. I've had a cold. And also, sorry for not posting more videos. It's the holiday season. It's gonna be rough. I just embrace that it's gonna kind of suck for a little while trying to get videos out. So many family holiday, you know, so many family gatherings and all that with kids and all. It's just, you know, new year, new starts kind of thing. I'm just gonna throw out videos whenever I have a chance. But I appreciate the support you guys are giving on the videos I do throw out. Holy crap, that's a big artillery piece. We have 4 guns. Oh, that dragoon. And some people were asking about the sound, if it's a mod or anything. It's not a mod. It's just what the developers, and I think they actually released the last patch. I'm going to make a video on how to install it. I promise I will. I promise. Obviously, the holiday season makes things a little more difficult, but I'm going to try to release a video on how to install both patches. And obviously there's some rebalancing, and then the muskets and cannon mods have been updated. So, you know, you're going to have these sounds I've had. The Lord's developers were kind enough to let me try testing it out, seeing if there's any hiccups in it, and it's out. Which, you know, just another thing about why this mod is so awesome. Such proactive movement by the modders. They're always pumping out new patches, new developments. I love it. I love it. As like Ryan has kind of shifted away from the center LOC. The 8-point Russia has set up some horse artillery, and they have cavalry now defending these skirmishers. Best way to defend skirmishers, having infantry behind or having cav behind. But then, of course, you have the rest of Rhine pushing up those heavy skirm units and infantry yet behind. Suvorov shifting the little forces they do have to meet them. I love how this match is just one center fight, and that's it. There's not a lot scattered throughout. I kind of appreciate those more. It's a little easier to catch everything that's happening. Now on the other side, excuse me, we do have the USA pushing up. Suvorov was scouting a little bit. He's going to pull back or push up more cav. We'll see. The 8-point UK Spain is going to push up on the left side as well as the Ottomans. So a lot more cavalry starting to make their way up. Ottomans have some really nice C6, C5 cavalry, and the rest of the infantry still trailing along. It does look like UK Portugal is going to shift to this right side, and the rest are going to take this road, shift along here, maybe push up on the left flank. So like I said, guys, it may take at least another 10 minutes that the Austrians are going to have to hold without any reinforcements. And that could be a rough fight for them, especially if Ryan starts pushing in this forest, which it doesn't look like that. He's going to have to do some delaying action. He has his skirmishers pushing up. He has those grenadiers pouring in whatever fire he can, as well as some light infantry, Russian light infantry. Interesting. Or maybe this is, yeah, this is Petro Bagration. Look how close the skirms are, though. Dangerous. Skirms can be so dangerous down the forest. There is some bullet shielding. The trees obviously taking some of those shots. Oh, man, did I miss it?
Our men are running, sir.
So we did have a big old charge. The USA had some cavalry sent in, as well as some dragoons from Russia. So just, oh, we have more engagement here. The Hussars from the UK charging in against some dragoons and actually winning against France. And it looks like they're going to charge some a third Hussars as well, getting some nice juicy cav action. And the Hussars look like they may take this, but they probably going to get flanked here. But more and more French cav being rushed forward. USA charged in more, but they were met by the King's Irish. And this cav fight looks like it's going to be a bit of a victory for the coalition. Now over on this side, we do have a juicy cav charge. Both sides meeting in the center. It does look like cavalry may have broke, but a square was formed. The French really trying to push heavily on this flank, try to break up the coalition's right flank, this LOC, before reinforcements get there. The UK obviously rolling over towards that side. Both sides appear to be distancing themselves from the other now that both sides have lost some cavalry in this engagement. A lot more reinforcing cav now, though. There's a lot of cav dominance, it seems, on the left flank, keeping that buckled down for now. And this right side, if anything, I think the Austrians are going to try their best to inflict heavy losses on Rhine. Goodness. Try to delay them a little bit. We have some Ottoman cavalry shifting around here, but obviously the Rhine are trying to push and take this, keeping artillery in the center, trying to maybe skirmish down Austria just a tiny bit, but like forcing them back so they can't really make an advance. If I were to guess, I would say engagement's either going to happen right here where it's going to be pushing the flank, or they're going to have a big old flank pushing way around using these trees to stay away from the main guns that are dominating the center here for the French. But so far, the Rhine is slow and steady pushing, and they have so many troops here that they can afford to just bully the enemy with numbers. And that's exactly what they're doing here. We do have a bit of an engagement here. Skirmishers fighting it out with some Austrian lines. Austria having to take this, but they are in range. These skirm units are huge. Oh, artillery going in. Let's see if they can save the artillery piece. And they did. The artillery actually fired directly at this Kazaki, saving that artillery piece. Although this artillery piece has definitely almost lost half their men. They are wavering. Part of it may be friendly fire But they are getting shot at probably by the skirms quite a bit. That's why he's pushing up infantry to try to suppress, destroy. I'd even push up some cavalry here. Maybe push up a cav unit, try charging in. Now, the thing is, these are such large units that it may take a while for them to actually get. But see, Austria is not looking too good in the center here. This skirmisher is just absolutely shredding his center line with just 3 skirm units, almost 100 men each. Over here, Austria has pushed back from this forest, and that means the Rhine will be still advancing. They just got to delay a little bit longer, guys, just a tiny bit longer, as we have a nice, well-rounded French, or not French, UK army on the way. Okay, they have some Portuguese mixed in, but the Gordons, they have the Bloody 11th, they have some amazing units, King's German Legion. So yeah, that'll be pretty devastating for the French once the UK actually get there. But they have to hold for that long space of time. You can see the artillery is just shredding up the skirm unit. So he's definitely going to pull back. He pulled his infantry forward to defend the artillery piece, and obviously he's taken some losses. But he's willing to take this fight to save his artillery, because artillery will help capitalize and be king on this field. Maybe some cav, though, is going to try to, like, you know, try to slice up this skirm unit. One good cav charge is all it would take. Maybe the UK, maybe Austria will do that. Now, over on the left side, still not a whole lot happening. Cavalry just scouting a little bit. Ottomans are almost there. The UK cutting straight across the field, but the Ottomans have slower L2, L3, so they're going to try to use the road to get there just as quick. And I'm surprised France isn't being aggressive, guys. You know, I mean, it'd be a tough fight, but still. I wonder what their plan is right now. We are seeing in advance, it does seem like the French want to make their push on this left flank. For now, at least. But they have to make a move now. I don't know if they actually are going to get up faster, if their troops are actually up faster than the rest. Oh, you see the scouting back here. The USA probably will be the slowest to get up here, but are the French on the right flank? You know, are they in the center? Are they on the left flank? Who knows? Now, we do have some cavalry that is definitely going to try to go for those skirmishers. So he's going to try his best to shoot them up as they charge in, because here they come. Let's see what they do. Nah, they're not going to get a shot off, unfortunately.
Our men are running, sir.
And here comes Ryan going straight for the LOC. Now, we do have a skirmisher that got totally, absolutely brutalized, probably by the LOC and my infantry nearby. Still, I suspect that Austria is going to do a very good job of holding this LOC against France. And we almost have reinforcements here, guys. So close. Now, what did this 8-pointer bring? Okay. Alright, I'm seeing some good units. The Green Rascals, a very good choice. Oh, we have Russian infantry shifting. Okay, so there's a definite... Ooh, nice cav charge here. Going against those skirmishers with some light dragoons. Slaughtering them pretty easily here. You can see France actually taking some losses here. I mean, he has one of the best grenadier units defending this LC. With more Grens to defend, this is going to be a tough fight. Even just 4 red units, guys. Imagine having 4 units versus, like, almost an entire French army. Imagine how determined of a resistance you would have to be able to force back the French. And that is some true elite troops there, if they can force back an entire French army. Here come the skirmishers once again advancing. It's like Bunker Hill. They get shot, but they come back again. This artillery, I think, is going to try to get away. Surprised there's no cav to defend. I mean, you can see pretty far, so I guess it doesn't matter, but... Holy smokes, they're going straight... Oh, what? No way. He's going for a bayonet charge with the skirmishers? Oh, man. Force artillery creeping up as well. Russia creeping up here, and the U.S. making a huge push all of a sudden out of nowhere. Oh boy, I thought the flank was going to be over here with A huge push. The dragoons and infantry grenadiers pushing in. Rhine had a slowdown because of the forest, and Austria is taking full advantage of the slow retreat. And look at the morale breakage of this Rhine. And the cavalry wasn't close by, and Austria just had a field day. Breaking half of the Rhine's army, Russia pushing up troops, a cavalry push as well. A little too late, maybe, though.
Our men are running, sir.
Wow, what a push. What a push. That was beautiful. Now let's check over here. I do believe we don't have an actual push yet, but the USA is starting to push Austria in, or not Austria, Ottomans just in time maybe to push on the flank, force back the USA, because Russia and USA pushing quite aggressively. Like I said, Russia is up here in the front lines with some guard units and light infantry units trying to stem the tide. But the first attack kind of by Ryan kind of repulsed with some heavy losses. And barely any from Austria, and with the UK making their push here, this may actually play right into the coalition's hands here. This may be a very, very amazing defense. Now, we do have cavalry charging directly at these skirmishers. And this looks pretty good so far. The coalition is definitely starting to dominate on the field. However, the main attack from France has not been... It's not happened yet. Not happened yet. We do have a cab charge going in against these Kazakis, but a nice flank charge by the King's Irish Hussars. Or maybe not. They're going to fall back now. We have Russia maybe going in for the LSC. We have cavalry. No, artillery. Wow, they're going really close. Oh, wow. Austria sending in more light dragoons.
Our men are running, sir.
Artillery did break. However, like I said, the UK guys up in the front lines now. This is bad for Russia. Russia definitely going to fall back. Another bit of a cav spat. And the French, it's a coordinated attack the coalition are going to have to deal with now. You have the French pushing in the center here. But the reinforcements are here just in the nick of time. But with Russia and the USA over here in the forest pushing, oh, I love it. There is coordination. Now, Ottomans holding the flank here, and they actually are just in time to stop the USA from being able to push around this flank that Austria is so desperately trying to cling on to using this LOC. If I were the Imperials, I maybe would consider just destroying this LOC at this point. It's going to be a sore thumb. It's going to be a difficult place to attack because of the shooting they're going to get out of this LOC. Now, the falling back on this right flank, that means that now the UK and what's part of Austria can push on this flank, put a lot of pressure. At the same time, the center can make a push. And look how glorious it is. All the massing troops, the reserve lines. It's just beautiful. Just so beautiful. Could you imagine actually seeing a real life attack here? That would be beautiful to see. Oh, do we have Ottomans pushing? Oh, going for the artillery piece. I don't think they're going to make it. I think France was going to stop them in time with some heavy cavalry running out in front of the artillery, and there's no way that they can make it, and this artillery is reorient themselves, so they are falling back. Maybe putting the artillery here. France shifting more reinforcements here. It does look like enemies or Russians went in for the LOC, but there's a counter push by Austria, sending in some grenadiers. But you can see France has troops up in the center. And what a huge, huge volley fire on both sides. A general running up to inspire troops as well. And the UK, however, just in time. Over on this side, the US have pulled back just a little bit. They didn't like the angle of attack there, and they're probably hoping they can commit to a fight. Let's just take a second and enjoy the roar of musket fire and how beautiful it sounds and looks, you know? Oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, no squares formed by this Austria. They can't. So a countercharge by some Portuguese cavalry helps a little bit here. And Russia now pushing, so the UK need to make a push on the flank. France will probably readjust to take that. But you can see the UK are really pushing here. And the death is piling up here. And Russia now getting hit by some cavalry. Some UK cabs slamming right into that Russian line. Alright guys, welcome back. It crashed, but we are back at the epic UK against Russian cab charge, where the morale of Russia is now becoming shaken. The French reserve has to push forward, maybe to protect them. We'll see how well that goes, though. I mean, this is going to turn into a bloody mess very quickly here. It looks like a lot of UK, though, get kind of caught in this crossfire. Artillery, though, starting to punch away at this heavy mass. Now France is still trying to get into this LOC, but the death is starting to pile up for them. So I don't know how well this is going to go. Now, we do have the Austrians maybe pushing up. We do have some skirmishers. The USA has some skirmishers up in front. Maybe you know, maybe Austrians will try to deal with that. Let's see. Is that Salzburg? Oh, where did it go? Oh wow, some good infantry right there. Russia, though, taking a beating by this LOC. They cannot get into it. Russia has repulsed part of the cab and the rest of the coalition's cavalry force pulling back. They don't want to die to artillery or infantry fire being stuck there. Now, Russia did take quite a beating. They may be wise for them to pull back and be a reserve force just for a little while here. Over here, it does. Oh yeah, Austria rushed in. Now I think they did break US's skirmishers, but man, they're probably gonna get point blanked here. And they're wavering already. Yeah, they're gonna break. Russia may try to make a push here. I do see some cavalry, so maybe they're gonna take a charge here against the Ottomans. I will maintain, I don't think the coalition or the Imperial should be fighting for this side at all. There's too strong of a position for the coalition. And they're getting outflanked. They may need to turn around and let the artillery do some fighting for them. They have a grand battery of artillery here. Look at this. Here and here, they have the high ground. Might not be a bad idea. Let the coalition smack themselves against your defensive position. Oh, more Russian cavalry, though. They may actually make a push here. Maybe the USA will push with them. Maybe the next big action. Just listen to that roar of musket fire, though. I think we're gonna get a push here. The USA are pushed up infantry. Oh, yeah, see, France keeps throwing in troops and they keep dying. I really think that something's going to happen here. That's what I'm trying to keep my eye on it. But yeah, look at this. French routing. We even have a bayonet charge going in to counter the French. Man, France needs to pull back from this death trap of the house. But here we go. The cavalry going against Ottomans. And the US are charging in some infantry as well. So, nice coordination here. Ooh, this flank is pouring in some hot fire. Against the cavalry, a general, I think, that's pushing up here as well. Brutal fight here. However, the morale of the Imperial push is looking pretty bad. I know this cab could shoot, but you see that it break them, but I mean, that's infantry and cavalry that broke. However, the US are pushing more infantry up, trying to go for that bayonet charge. Over on this flank, it does look like the UK have pushed up more artillery, and now they're going to start pounding away at this French flank. The French are stretched quite thin, the 11-pointer on this whole side. And the UK are going to probably take a more defensive stance using the forest, trying to inflict heavy loss without taking a whole lot themselves. The UK are in the punching bag in the front, though. They're getting hit by artillery, and that, let's see, it's going to start taking a toll on them, especially at this close range. They just got to hold the line. Some sacrifices are needed in order to make a push, and now the French have pulled back wisely from this fight here. Maybe it is time to, you know, push. Ooh, the Imperial Guard, though, or we say some Guard units, are definitely pushing here. You have that heavy horse trying to make a flank as well. France is in a maybe a good position to attack in the forest. We'll see. We'll see what they end up doing. Maybe they're trying to make a counterattack. This center line for France is not going to hold forever. That is for sure. And it does look like the U.S. have made some distance here. Oh, the artillery. Oh, no. They lost their guns. And now the advantage is starting to be out of their hands. They still have some artillery set up. Nice position to be defensive. But now, ooh. Nice charge. Now, they did form square. You saw the rearing of the horse. That means they did form a square. But still, they have Cav being very defensive, and they still inflict losses on the French. And that is going to stop the French from being able to be too aggressive and have their way with a melee against the UK. They have very chunky units, though, so they can stand up against this UK for a little while at least. In the center, artillery did get charged by some Cav. It does look like they are safe. Oh, no, they're not. They got killed. So both sides don't have artillery, but the UK can win a shootout with the French. That is definitely for sure. We do have cavalry now harassing the US. Ottomans coordinating a push along with the Cav. We still have this C5. This Cav could be quite deadly as a Lancer unit. Look at the armor they have too. Man, it's like medieval times for them. And this defense has broken the Imperials so much. I think they should have pulled away sooner. But, you know, I guess you wouldn't realize it until you're actually in it. And, ooh, boy. This actually, I'm surprised the French have not tried to bayonet charge in a little bit, especially with them walking away. However, this is some Highlanders in this fight. Another square formed. Unfortunately, I would just be defensive with this Cav at this point. Keep them over close by just in case the French try to push in for the bayonet charge. And then throw the Cav in once they're in melee and they cannot close in and form a square. But both sides over here, yeah, both sides taking a bit of a break here. Look at this. The distance being lengthened after such a slaughter. Oh my goodness, they're gonna go for an LOC break, guys. They're gonna try to destroy this LOC and then push. The Russians have quite a lot of troops here, so do the USA. So this is still a concerning, this is the lifeline, guys. This LOC is the lifeline for this coalition. If it's gone, it's gonna be a little more difficult for them to hold. Oh, France is getting a flank. Why haven't they bayonet charged? Oh, they should bayonet charge right now. Bayonet charge. They're walking away. They can close in, have a unit to form square, have some cavalry even to combat this Cav unit. France is letting the enemy slip out of their clutches. Oh no, they're letting them slip away. But, I mean, they are going to, yeah, the UK should just totally fall back, use the LSA, let the artillery do some work for them. And let it go from there, but even their Cav is getting shot at. France has the upper hand right now in this combat. They have a lot of forces concentrating on the left flank. Artillery set up in a defensive position, however, this artillery could easily be broken. Some cavalry, the Cav, actually, nice stake placement. It's going to be very hard for cavalry to get into that fight. Oh, Russia's going for the house like 10. Interestingly enough, we also have Austria shifting over to this flank. This light infantry has been all over the place, guys. Austria has been mobile on both flanks here. I'm talking about, if I did a life of a regiment here, it would be this one. These guys have been fighting all over the place. Uh-oh, Skirmisher is going to get charged down. We also have potentially... Yeah, they're running away. They're totally running away. Very good call. Very, very, very good call. Just getting away from the French. You don't want to get in melee with them. You want to be able to shoot all you can. And, oh, more artillery set up. So France has a lot of artillery. That's probably what they're going to try to depend on to make this a reality of victory for them. They need that artillery. The USA is just bending back their lines a little bit so they can hold the tree line, be a little more defensive. And you have artillery waiting to set up. I don't know if they've forgotten about it. Let's see what the USA can do. Russians getting repulsed once again by the Salzburg Austrian infantry. Over on the left side, this 11-pointer, they're falling back from the tree line. I would hold part of the tree line just so that the UK don't have a foothold alone in the trees. Both sides kind of falling back. Now, we have to start exploring the possibility of LLCs being the next target. Now, keep in mind, guys, I'm surprised they haven't destroyed this. This is the 1-pointer. It's not as important as this 4-pointer. However, the French do have the 4-pointer technically in the bag, and they could potentially be trying to go over for this other 1-pointer. If they can hold 1, 2, 3, they would win. They would win this fight by LOC, which is why I think it looks like the coalition is trying to box in any push being made towards these points. You can see they get Cav keeping an eye out just in case. They're going to make sure that there's no Imperials sneaking around trying to get an LOC victory on them.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, LOC got destroyed, and now let the gates of hell open. In a way of speaking. Because now both sides have free reign once again. There's no LOC screwing anything up for anybody. However, this may mean that the coalition attack more aggressively. It does appear that's what they're sort of doing. Not the greatest of charges. Didn't really get a whole lot of impact here, but infantry are going to push forward. You have the Salzburg pushing forward. Russia actually,
our men are running, sir.
They have to brace a little bit. They're going to get hit pretty hard here. USA have a lot of chunky lines, but Ottomans are taking them on, so, you know, both sides pretty evenly pitted out against each other, but Austria is making a push at the same time. France is counterattacking here. And I'm rather surprised they are in the center. If this breaks, it's all over, but they're tying up this UK army, but the UK are going to win this. This would be an easy win for the UK. Oh, man. Still very brutal. Austria has been stumped by the Russian melee mobster. And now it looks like we may have some grenadiers going in for the US. Nice flank charge. Oh, we have some more reserves in the back. However, the Ottomans sent in cavalry and it got stopped by another square. However, you can see they're doing quite well here. And now they're going to try to outshoot them at the same time, going for more and more melee. However, what? Oh no! The UK lost their general. I think the UK will win the center, though. Maybe not. Get a little worn down all of a sudden. However, the morale, pretty good against this French army. We'll see. We'll see. The UK are kind of pulling back as needed. You can see a lot of redlining from this army. This army may be almost dead. Yep, there we go. The morale's about to crash, I think. This push has put a dent in this USA defense. And now Austria is going to put a lot of pressure, the redlining on this unit, but this is what I'm looking at. This is about to be a huge break. Austria even counterattacking on the flank here. Look at this exposed rear. I will say, this France knows better than to try to close in with melee with this army. It is not going to work well for them. However, we do have some hussars. Oh, going for some units in the back. They're trying to crush the spirits, destroy the drive of this French army. However, this French cav is push in. They need to
Our men are
defend.
running for
Because here comes a counterattack, guys. At the same time, let me make sure nothing's happening there. Okay. Nothing happening. Here comes a counterattack. And boy, is it getting run over. Unfortunately, Austria does not have any squares. So France is going to start rolling them over. Uh-oh. This actually, I mean, they have cavalry to defend, but Austria may get just totally surrounded here. However, they are breaking the drive of this French push. At the same time, we do have some cavalry that is going for artillery potentially, or infantry, I don't know which. Because the 11-pointer is shifting over to reinforce this breaking center. Ottomans getting forced into this fight now against the French dragoons. But France is breaking, guys. France is finally being broken down. The UK making a very aggressive push now, with the 9-pointer pushing on the flank. Over here, it does look like the USA are falling back. And you can see, yep, Austria, they are keeping in mind this 1-pointer. And so that's why they're pushing on the flank, trying to stop the USA from rushing anything over. We have 23 minutes left. And I think the coalition are looking pretty good. However, a melee is occurring here. Oh, they'll be fine. That's a really good UK unit. Yeah. Unfortunately, France is just crumbling. UK are tough, man. They are really tough to shoot out against. It really depends a lot on artillery. It looks like the Ottomans are even like charging the flank of the Russians who are trying to make a push and break Austria. So they kind of ignored the Ottomans just a tiny bit, and Ottomans kind of went and bit them on their flank. And this fight is starting to kind of peter down here. I mean, the death though, guys. Look at all of the dead bodies. This has been a costly fight. Oh man, another general? 2 UK generals down. That won't matter. But we do have a French army set up to receive the UK. I don't think this is going to work all the way though. I think the French are dead. They're going to get outshot here. This is a pretty fresh UK army. Especially with the 8-pointer pushing on the flank. This 11-pointer basically the only thing that's left. A little bit of the USA and a little bit of the Russia are still here on the flanks. Ottomans are pulling back away. They don't need to face those guns that the USA set up. They're going to defend this flank. However, I would consider putting a infantry maybe over in this 1-pointer just to be safe, or in the one in the back. You'll hold just those. Alright, well, the one you want left for shooting is the UK.
Orders understood.
It appears that's what they got. That's what they're working with. Man, look at that. This LOC has cost probably several hundred lives. Yeah, look at this. All the dead bodies buried underneath this rubble. You didn't even realize it too. You just go here, here's this list, and then, oh my goodness, never mind. Yeah, Russia had some heavy losses in front of this LOC. LOC fights are not that easy, as you can clearly see. And now it's, I think, just a slow grind for the end. Nice battle though, man. Very nice. And their artillery is definitely still there for France, and definitely still a pain. Yep, the cavalry once again smashing in. And I would pull the cav all the way around and then just go straight for the back lines of the French. But I don't think France has any more squares. So now is the time. Yep, here we go. Cavalry trying to counter. What happened here? Oh. The guard happened. The chasseurs. They just obliterated this point out of nowhere. A couple of volleys and they're dead. Maybe it's artillery too. I'm assuming some artillery is helping out with that fight. But wow, the French just broke a lot of this 8-pointer. This 9-pointer may be winning at the moment, but man, they gotta watch out for this artillery that is turning to face them. And the French probably are gonna fight by the guns. And the US are going to be playing a slow, steady, but you see Austria has pushed up to engage a lot of the Russia, even pushing on the USA. The USA have fallen back. And probably going to go for a 1-pointer, I'm assuming. That they're going to move all the way around to help out, but you do have the Ottoman cavalry in the back lines. The French are going to have to watch out if they don't want to lose their precious guns, which are the only thing that's really helping them right now. Quite a lot. Oh, no. We have some very elite units doing some very dangerous things. However, they're going up against a big gun emplacement by Austria and by the UK. They start punching holes through this line, but they don't have a lot of troops to hold. And this is a 4-pointer. They gotta hold this. They have to. If they want to win this game, they have to hold the 4-pointer or take the other one. Either way, I think this French army would be better spent trying to destroy this 9-pointer, surrounding him and destroying him. Oh, come on, are they gonna get the guns? Oh, the Ottomans did charge in here and did break a general. This is the end of Russia. So now this little united army of Ottomans, Russians, or Austrians, and UK have broken the middle resistance, and now it's the beginning of the end. I would say beginning of the end. France, despite their elite units, it's not going to work. And if this is just being a semi-grindy battle, I'm going to start fast-forwarding a little bit, if nothing's happening. This French army is starting to redline just a little bit here. Let's see, let me just fast-forward a little bit here. We'll see what happens. So we do have that French flank pushing, though. The UK definitely could afford to... Oh, you gotta run away. You gotta run away. Huge! This could be huge. Keep running. Just keep marching away. Get to the road. Fall back. Keep falling back. Don't stop for anything. When you're getting charged as the UK, you either have to be set up to shoot them right in the face. I'd sacrifice one unit, maybe. Oh, no. This UK may actually lose their army. The cavalry rushing in, too. Because France needs to push along this road immediately. That's the only way to get this. Oh, wow. Oh, no. This UK's dead. Yeah, this UK's dead. They're getting caught. Unless there's Ottoman cav to save them, they are dead. Now the Cav could distract this French army so they can get away, but still, France may lose, or the UK may lose half their army. But if France really wanted to, they could keep pushing, you just can't let them run away. Now, the UK are set up in a good position now. They can shoot them directly in the face. If France wants to win this, I would put up a small line, but then walk around this flank. Like, walk all the way around here, punch them in the flank. Punch them where it hurts, and you gotta move fast because Austria's pushing up on you. It looks like they're actually gonna fall back. So once again, I'm gonna fast forward because you guys are going to say something in slow motion like this. And here goes the encirclement. The brave French army making a last stand. Oh, nice. They actually caught some units in melee. Fortunately, the Black Watches wanted them. They caught in melee, so, you know, probably not going to do too well. Honestly, this French army definitely had a tough one. They were facing a 9-point UK, plus some of Austria, plus some of the other 8-point UK. That's not a fun time. I hate fighting against just UKs. It is miserable, to say the least. Oh, wow. What? USA mobilizing around the flank. The Ottomans there trying to save the day here. And rush in, pile in on the flank. This is it. It's all or nothing for this imperial fight. The animations are so cool in this. Now the U.S. are trying to unite with the French. Look at this brave guy. Where's he going? And that should be the battle. I think there's no other troops left. But what a fierce fight. What a fierce fight. Very, very even beautiful to watch, too. This was sent in by Lotus playing as the Austria. You can see, man, he got some juicy kills. Like, first 5 units got over 100 kills. That light infantry got the most kills out of his whole army. Man, that may be, I may have to do Life of a Regiment with this guy. I may have to do Peter Bagration, the 7th Jaeger. Do a Life of a Regiment, follow him through the whole battle, because obviously, I don't think he ever broke, did he? Oh, well, I'm not going to show you guys if they did break and run, because that would ruin the whole experience of the Life of a Regiment. Anyway, let me pull up the results here. So as you can see, Lotus, who sent this in, with, oh man, 1591 for the kills. You have SM Player as the Ottomans with 1277. You have Mojo as the UK 9 with 691 for the kills. And then Trey as the UK 8 with 972 on the other side. Philippe as the 9-point France with 803. Barclay with 727. You have Conan with 603 and Massipal with 866. So yeah, still, 6, 7, 800 kills. I'd say usually when you hit the 7, 8 to 9, it's usually a good battle, even if you lose, because you still killed a decent amount of the enemy, almost half of them. So beautiful, beautifully played, beautifully done. Good job to all of them. GG's. It was very fun to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. And that'll be it for today, guys. So you have a great rest of your day. Happy holidays. Hope you guys have a great one. Enjoy being with your family. Like I said, I'll try to get out more replays when I can. I'm not putting any pressure on myself. And I know you guys won't put any pressure on me, and I do appreciate that. Appreciate you guys being patient. So until the next time, you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. And as always, I will catch you all in another video.